on the next episode of Sips, Suds, and Smokes.
Today is a brewery takeover from Zillicoah Beer Company.
Yeah.
Yes. They are from Asheville, North Carolina, in case those don't know.
Woodfin.
Okay. Woodfin technically
Here we
greater
go. There's always
Asheville.
one at every table.
The Zillicoah beers we will be tasting and discussing are as follows. They're Kellerpils, the Hoppy Hazy Brett, the Export Lager, the Helles Lager, the We're All Going to Die Imperial Stout, their Witbiere, a North German Pils, and lastly, but not leastly, their
Least
Bohemian Pilsner.
We'll be right back after this break. Brought to you almost live from the Dude in the Basement Studios. Why? Because that's where the good stuff is. It's Sips, Suds, and Smokes with your smoking hosts, the good old boys. Suds, Suds, Suds. It's time for more Suds.
Drum circle, bro.
Welcome.
Hey. Hey.
Hi, everyone. What's going on? What you up to?
I don't know.
Something. What you doing, Wes?
I'm not awkward.
Trying to shake it down.
Ooh. Wow. Welcome to another Suds segment where the more we drink, the smarter we sound. Well, at least to us.
That is
Doubtful.
fact.
Wow. Smart. Oh, with an S. I thought it was an F. Sorry.
Fine.
That was me.
I am good old Gal Juliana, and joining me at the table today
Yes, you are.
is...
I hope so. She's wearing her pants.
Sorry, I wanted to interject there. You just blew right through it.
Sorry.
Yes, you are, good old gal Juliana.
I am. Yes.
Happy you're here.
Yes.
Moist.
Say that again.
Suddenly, I'm very
Only
uncomfortable.
if we're doing it right.
Would you like us to leave?
Dave, can I? Never mind. I'll save it. I'll save it.
No.
No, go ahead. I'm interrupting.
No.
Carry on.
Joining me at the table today,
Yes.
right here, over there. Yes.
Stage left.
Go to Boy Caperton.
Hey, everyone.
I'm digging the shirt. I'm digging the vibe.
Ivy and interior.
Yes.
Do you know what it refers to?
I think so.
It's okay to say no.
I'll say no.
Lux Interior. They were a couple that had a band called the Cramps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a very specific person here with this shirt.
I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
then
it's written in the style that most people have seen where they're like,
They could have just took
random words like,
Cramps.
They could have just took Midol and
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
I got a good, anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Also joining me at the table, good old Boy Sparky.
hi, I'm here.
Hey.
Yeah. It just
Just in
happened.
case we weren't sure.
This is the first I've seen Sparky since maybe even the pandemic started.
I think that's correct, man.
Yeah.
You're looking good, buddy.
We've messaged, but here we are in the flesh. You look fantastic. I was going to say that.
Well,
earlier.
thanks. I'm
He
sucking
is very
in.
fit.
I've been sucking in a long
That's
time.
what she said.
It's paying off.
You do it.
Okay.
You do it well.
Good old boy Dave. Hello.
I can't breathe in this thing.
Now I know what it is.
Dark helmet.
It took me a minute there. I was like, what in the hayseeds?
I know. Is he
on?
snoring? Like, what is this?
I was like, this is an actual recording. Of
I saw a kid. I saw a kid.
CPAP machine.
Apnea kills thousands of people every year.
This is what happens when your apnea machine goes silent.
Or your wife pinches the hose.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw a teenager with a Spaceballs the mask mask on like about a month ago, and I was just like, man, that kid's gonna go places. That's amazing.
There is hope for the future,
kid's
folks.
It's in the torch there.
That's
He
amazing.
has no idea what it is.
No, he doesn't.
He got it
Not
from
a
his
clue.
dad's closet because he just needed a mask.
It might have been a thong too, so I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Moms? Oh, that just got weird. Really weird. They must
Wow.
be from Alabama.
Well, they gotta be. They gotta be.
Yeah.
Also, an honor, sir, Made Man Bob. Thanks for coming to the dark side.
You look marvelous. Yes. You know, many people say to me, it is more important to feel good than to look good. I think that is wrong. It's more important to look good than to feel good. And let me tell you, darling, you look marvelous.
Nice. Thank
You,
Fernando.
not so much, but you.
Wisdom.
Thank you, Fernando.
Wow. Okay, moving on. Wow.
This is an honor.
There's that.
I'm both
To-
frightened and the roused.
See, I have that effect.
I am. I am.
Well, speaking of frightened and that sort of happiness, today is a brewery takeover from Zillicoah Beer Company. Yeah. Yes. Yes. They are from Asheville, North Carolina, in case those don't know.
Woodfin.
Okay. Woodfin, technically
Here we go.
greater
There's always
Asheville
one at every table.
area, maybe?
Places have
Oh,
their geography matters.
okay. Okay.
Okay.
They're by the river.
Okay.
They are.
Woodfin
In
it
a
is.
van
Woodfin.
down by the river.
Down by the river in a van.
The Zillicoah River
Exactly.
of all rivers.
Yeah.
It's a good river.
It is a good
The greater Asheville metropolitan area.
It is the greater. You're absolutely correct, though.
But
Yeah, my family was thrown out of the greater
I just wanted to be
Asheville
that guy.
metropolitan area many years ago.
it's gorgeous, though. I mean, I will say this: the campus
marvelous.
that is Zillicoah
Oh yeah.
is gorgeous.
Did you
It
guys
is.
go all the way down there to the tennis badminton area?
We did not.
It's a long
no,
walk
We
for
stayed-
beer.
Yeah,
It
we
is.
stayed near the bar area.
have acres
and the food
there.
truck.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm getting into
Most
it
of the
here.
people who were there the day we were there were down at those outdoor tables and stuff. You know, spending some time at the river.
Yeah, that's a nice little area.
It is.
Yeah.
Nothing says beer like badminton.
Well, they've got a lot of room. You got to put stuff that
yeah.
that, you
I've
know.
drunk a lot
it
of
takes
really
work-
filling
It takes
beer.
a lot of space to
I'd
play
really
badminton.
like to exercise and run
there's-
around a lot.
They got it. They got it. They're like, why not? We got
Yeah.
the room.
Hey, if you got the shuttlecock, we got
Here's
the time.
here's the net.
Ooh,
here's
he
the
went
net.
there.
Go for it if you want to. It's way the hell down here.
Hey, it's called a shuttlecock, Sparky. Okay, that's what the actual name of the thing is. It is a shuttlecock.
I thought they
Okay?
give you antibiotics
They
for
can-
that.
If you don't use them, they get weird.
They do.
Yeah. Okay.
They get a
All right.
little floppy.
They get a little
you know,
floppy.
If you use them
know.
too much, you could go blind.
Well, you
right.
could, yeah. You know, you take
If you
a
use them
shuttlecock.
more than 4 hours, you're supposed to go
you
to
take
the
a
doctor.
shuttlecock
supposed
to
to
the eye.
talk to
You're
your
going.
physician
You're going
about
to the
that.
doctor.
Well, if you take
know.
too many of them blue pills, then you'll have to use it for more than 4 hours because it won't go
But
away.
anyway,
Well,
it's a good brewery.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a nice space. I agree.
Let's all agree to
talking
not
about
say
beer, right?
shuttlecock again.
Yeah.
Right. No
the
more
rest of the
shuttlecock.
Right.
But they do have areas for enjoying their beer right there along
Yep.
the river. You
They
can
do.
sit
In a
there,
van?
put your
We
feet.
should probably
I partook-
introduce the brewery.
I partook of we haven't even said it.
No.
I think you did.
Well, I said who it was, and then
Yeah.
I was going to say,
She has more.
good old boy Dave.
Take it
Please.
away.
Yes.
Now I have to read poorly. Zillicoah Beer Company is the product of 10 plus years of dedication, curiosity, and a furious, passionate obsession with fermentation. Our brewery sits on 4 acres of riverfront land just 2 miles outside downtown Asheville. With us, you can enjoy one of the best views of the serene French Broad River with a beer in hand. We specialize in open fermented lager as well as open fermented farmhouse beer, a dichotomy that keeps us both grounded in tradition as well as pushing our own envelope. I pushed my own envelope once.
What's dichotomy
work out.
mean?
means two parts that don't agree.
Oh my.
We opened without a brew house of our own, which means we spent our first 2 years brewing on other local brewery systems. That's a drag.
Yeah.
And endless thanks to Eureka Beer Company and toting wort back to our facilities.
Eurisco.
What?
Eurisco.
Crisco?
Yeah, Crisco. At the beginning of 2020, we brought the entire process under our own roof when we took delivery of our 15-barrel system from Practical Fusion. Oh, Eurisco, not Eureka. That's funny. We reached for we're excited for what's yet to come, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts and fermenters for supporting what we do.
Yeah.
Because our fermenters are open, which almost nobody does except people who really know how to do stuff.
And they've got some fooders there. They got it. They
do.
They kind of
They
got
got
the
things.
full. They
Yeah.
run the entire
Well,
track.
you're really controlling your microbes and everything if you're doing open fermentation.
clean
Like
lagers and funky beers.
Especially with lagers,
It's
doing it.
kind of not a huge space either.
it's kind of a callback to historical brewing in a way. So I like it. I'm excited.
Yeah. Good old Boy Caperton.
Oh,
Would you please give us a lineup for today?
oh, geez. Yes, I will. Today, the Zillicoah beers we will be tasting and discussing are as follows. They're Kellerpils, the Hoppy Hazy Brett, the Export Lager, the Helles Lager, the We're All Going to Die Imperial Stout, their Witbiere, a North German Pils, and lastly, but not leastly, their
Least
Bohemian Pilsner.
I'm excited about the stout. I have to say, I think that's the one.
It's
that
a
I'm
little.
most looking
It's
forward
it's
to.
the guy that sort of stands out here.
Of all these,
Yeah.
yes. Which one? could
Well,
it
the
be?
Hoppy Hazy Brett, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
They do a lot of that's.
That's their
I
thing.
think they sell it as a lager joint, but they do a lot of really. I've never tasted anything. I'm stoked for.
He's never tasted anything. Wow.
That
Well, you're
wasn't
going to taste
amazing.
some
That
stuff
wasn't
today.
amazing. That
Oh,
wasn't
gotcha.
amazing.
Okay.
Somebody might have COVID.
Or at least well done. I shouldn't say amazing. Very well done.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Maidman Bob,
Yes,
are you ready to give us the ratings for today?
absolutely. All right. Well, we'll be discussing and rating these beers with the SUDS ratings plus our signature belching sound. So here are those ratings now. 1, that sucks. Give me something, anything. Give me a bud. 2, was that a belch? 3, what a relief. 4, a body should really not make that sound. And 5, listen to that hang time, give me another.
Yeah.
That's
Science.
That's booger, isn't it?
We will
it
get
is.
to the beer right after this brief interlude. Welcome back, everyone. So, today's episode is going to be a takeover of Zillicoah Beer Company.
Is that
In
what it's called? Zillicoah Beer Company.
Zillicoah Beer.
Yep, there it is. Beer
Zillicoah
Company.
Beer.
So they don't have that. They don't feel the need to throw some sort of like artisan quaff.
They started out as Zillicoah Bacon Company.
Zillicoah
but,
Beer
you know,
Company. I like
people were
that.
confused when
I like
they had
that. It's
beer.
direct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
not,
like that.
they're not putting on airs or like wearing an ascot. They're just
Right.
getting straight to
Beer
business.
company. You want beer?
Ooh,
You're
Fred,
at the
you
right
went there.
company.
Zillicoah Seltzer Company.
If you can say the first name, you're in.
All right. Well, let's try this
Okay.
first beer.
Yep.
Yes.
Zillicoah Claw.
We're starting off with the main dog.
I feel like this has been just
Keller?
like a viral beer. And I know that's a
It
tough
was.
thing to say
It
after a
was.
year of COVID, but
Yeah.
seriously, this has been the beer that has been in my feed more than anything else, from
Yeah.
short and stubbies to cans.
So
Yep.
what good old boy Sparky is saying is we are talking about the Kellerpils, the
Sorry.
4.9% hop forward, crisp and dry lager brewed with Michigan grown Saaz,
Yep.
as opposed to the European Saaz.
Very
Correct.
earthy, kind of floral.
Gives off a bit of lemon zest, herbaliness.
Herbaliness. Sure
Herbaliness.
does.
Yeah.
Looks great in a can.
It does. I miss the stubbies.
Thank you.
The bottles, but
I've been working out.
I like having 4 more ounces though.
Oh, that's passing the savings on to you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So what do you think, Caperton?
What do I think? I think this is a really nice representation of a great. So I just want to start by saying I've been ready for the year of the lager to return. I'm still not sure we've had the year of the lager.
We're getting
but
there.
we got a lot of more places like these guys that are doing their part. And so I've been in the mood. I've been ready for some flavored beer, and that's what you got here. I think it's a really nicely turned beer here. I think they've recreated it a few times, so they're showing some consistency.
That's beautiful.
And I think they're, especially in an open, they're kind of brewing the old school way. There's a lot of things that can go wrong,
100%.
or not wrong, but just variations from batch to batch, And, but this is exactly its build. I mean, it's just crisp. It's hoppy. I mean, I could drink about 4 gallons of this on the river.
I want to go mow a lawn now.
I want to be outside and sweat so I can drink more.
What do you think, Sparky?
I mean, this is incredible. I mean, I think, and one thing, this is my first time ever trying this, and it's fantastic. And I mean, I could see shotgunning these cans. I could see simply just enjoying them with my pinky in the air. Or again, after sweaty activities, this is a great beer. And I think
all occasion,
I went back to, I've had some really great, American lagers like Czech Saaz makes some great stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
And people didn't want to touch them because they didn't have 15 adjuncts or, 5 million hops added to us. You cannot fake this beer.
Nope.
You can't do it. And the fact that this is so clean and spot on like this, I mean, these guys are doing something really special, and more power to them, man. They're not faking it or phoning it in. This is great.
Yep.
Good. How about you, Bob?
I like it. I mean, it's crisp. It's good. It's a very clean flavor on it. I get on the front palate, I get the lemon notes. I get an herbaliness on the back palate on the swallow, and then just, nice, crisp and clean finish. Again, we were talking in the last show about seasonal beers. This, to me, is a seasonal beer. This is something you drink when it's bloody hot outside. Unfortunately, I live in Florida, so it's hot in 11 and a half months out of the year.
Yeah.
So you can drink it all
yeah, I
year.
can drink it
That's a
whenever
good
the hell I
season
want.
for you.
I'd almost move there for this beer.
Yeah.
So, I mean, well done.
How about you, JB?
Absolutely yummy. I mean, there's nothing more to say.
I think we're going to be like this.
It's just good.
It's really good.
And you don't basic, and I hate to use the term basic because there has to be a lot of love going into making something like this, because although it tastes, I'm not going to say one-dimensional, but close to one-dimensional, it could be screwed up really easily.
Sure.
If it's not
transparent.
done well.
There's not a lot of places to hide.
There's no room for BS.
There's no
No.
lactose to, hide your flaws.
No. But it's crisp, it's clean, it's everyday, it's refreshing, it's everything you want in something without being extra. And we're going to rate this a 5.
Yeah. And I get what you mean, though. This beer did kind of go viral, though.
It did.
Everybody that drank it sort of had the same reaction we just had.
What?
And I think to get it, you had to go there. You had to go to the brewery.
there's not easily
and
obtained.
the experience they give you when you're there is as good as this beer.
Yep.
I mean, it really is. So
They are good hosts.
people come back and they testify.
True.
Okay.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yep.
Let's try something different.
I
totally
can't
different.
wait.
Hoppy, hazy, Brett.
I already had a sip.
I cheated too.
I did too.
So
man.
5.4% ABV.
Yep.
And they're making a Brett beer while they're making a lot of clean, open fermented beers.
Yep.
They got some control going on, dude.
I guess. I mean, it's all crammed together there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all sort of in the middle of the space. They kind of had, you couldn't go over to it when I was there. They sort
Right,
of had
yeah.
it
It's
sort
all
of
roped
partitioned
off,
off.
yeah.
Yeah. But it's all right out there in the open, and there's not like a clean side, dirty side here.
Right.
I mean, it's all in there together.
So seriously, I know places that have spent millions of dollars that screw that up, right?
It all comes down to sanitation, though, Sparky. And
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
a
right.
place that's huge, that's a real problem. You
Sure,
know?
but if you're a small, tight
rocking a
operation-
15-barrel system in a really tight spot, and you've got everything right there, I mean, I guess you just have to be really clean.
It's just
man.
weird about their, if they are truly doing open fermenters, how do you keep stuff just from, a breeze
bouncing
blowing
around? Yeah.
But so for everybody who doesn't know, like,
God, this is good.
clean
really good.
versus dirty, like, so Saccharomyces is the yeast strain that you would, consider
so?
with traditional beer styles, right?
Yeah.
Brettanomyces is now a cultured and developed and controlled yeast strain, but it's more around farmhouse and funky beer styles.
Yep.
And so it will dominate Saccharomyces if put in the right situation.
It'll come
For
in
sure.
like
and it
like
will
the
infect
Roman army.
every one of your beers. Which sometimes turns into good results, but it's not what you want.
Sure, it's unintended though many times,
And you have to-
you can lose a lot of money.
You
that
have to
way as a
either
brewer.
use completely separate gear, including hoses and couplings and everything.
So for listeners that don't know, that Dave's right. It's a very ballsy move to have these Brett beers
right
along-
next to your clean beers.
You're not just clean beers, but lagers.
Or,
right?
yeah, 100%.
Like-
beers that have to spend a lot more time.
Beers that
in
are
the tank.
hanging out for a period of time. They're just sitting there,
And it's so easy to screw this up, and then you have to dump the entire batch, and you're done. And this beer, so I mean, I know they call it Hoppy Hazy.
It's not very hazy.
I don't see the haziness, but I mean, you get the hops on the front, and then you get that nice, not kind of tartish Brett finish at the end, and then it's kind of clean and
It is, yeah.
yeah. I mean, this is really lovely.
What do you think, Bob?
citrusy.
It's got the first sip I get on it is almost like a Worcestershire.
Huh.
It's got that sort of salty umami on the front of the palate.
yeah.
I mean, if you ever
I can see that, yeah.
ever take just a drop of straight like William Parents and put it on your tongue and taste it. I'm not saying it tastes like Worcestershire, but it's got the same
Richness
feeling
of-
to it. It's got a richness. It's got an umami flavor to it. It's got that initial almost saltiness, but not quite saltiness. More of a sharpness. Lovely. I think they did a great job.
Julianne.
Yum, but in a different way.
Yeah.
So, you take it's the best of all worlds, right? Like, it's like the best barnyard hooked up with the best IPA. And you have a sprinkling of seasoned hops, if you will.
Yep.
Not the freshies,
Right.
but,
A little bit cheesy.
Yeah, a little cheesy.
Yeah, not the.
And you come up with almost a new beer style in a way.
Yep.
What type of hops, or do we not know?
Is this one we don't know anything about?
Dang it!
Here we go. She's pulling a face.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well-
not even on
face.
Untapped. There's nothing.
I think I had it
Zillicoah-
when I was there. I mean, they brew it consistently.
Yeah,
I think.
they do a lot of things great, keeping up
Messaging.
with their
We don't know the
website,
hop. We don't
and
know the, I was going to look
giving
and
out
see if I
information is not one of them.
No.
I'm sure you guys
And
did.
so, just so everybody knows, like about half of the beers we got in crowlers.
Yeah.
So they're not packaging everything necessarily.
But anything they have on tap, they'll sell to you in a crowler.
That's nice.
So,
Yeah, which is cool.
And
I mean,
they keep a lot of things on tap.
They do.
We didn't even bring everything back. Plus, they have guest taps too, so that's pretty cool.
That is cool. That's not common.
I think
Zero
they're,
information.
yeah, I think
Of course,
there though
it's
in
nothing.
Asheville, like there's a lot of camaraderie, and they'll do a lot of guest taps on things. I mean, for different breweries. Anyways, we are going to rate this beer.
Oops.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
No, you're good.
He broke it.
A 4.
That's how you know he's a real man. You hit the table with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Now let's talk about an export.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Talk about you and me.
So an export
It's a
lager.
different show, Dave.
Oh, sorry.
Why is he looking at me when he's saying that?
Because
I'm just a little uncomfortable.
where else should I look?
Told you, I just like you.
The
We're only friends.
The export lager is 5.2% ABV.
Mm-hmm.
Notes of par baked wholesome bread.
Sure.
Par baked.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
fully
par baked. Yeah,
right,
they
baked.
Okay.
it's like 3/4,
Okay. And a gentle
maybe
kiss.
7/8.
a herbaceous hop spice.
You thought I meant
That tells you everything you need.
Can hardly wait to get this in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And look, this is still making nice head retention,
Yeah.
guys. I mean, that's gorgeous.
That's what she
Good
said.
color too.
Waiting for that. Come on.
That's what she said.
Oh gosh.
And I think, obviously this is a traditional style.
Yep.
Which is great. Again, good for them for not coming up with ridiculous, crazy stuff. They're
Not what I expected when I put that in my mouth.
And if you're going to use hops, it's fun to use it in something other than an IPA.
You can do that?
Apparently.
that's the word.
Tasting them here.
That's the rumor.
I like it though because this is an underrated style. How many export lagers have you had?
Yeah, I can't think of too many.
Mass produced, absolutely.
Sure,
that's
but I
kind of
mean,
the
but
European
craft?
I see
standard.
them.
Oh no,
I see them when I'm getting gas in the cooler.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But are they really?
So can somebody get me some more information on the style? I mean, I should have been more prepared. I should be knowing this already, but this is a style I'm not super familiar with.
Well,
but this has got not quite as dry,
Yeah.
and it's got a nice bready, toffee, sort of grainy.
I think export is sort of it's more of a, I don't want to say like a
that's good.
fiscal or business distinction than an actual style distinction.
So like quantities or something?
It's a
or-
slightly heavier gravity
well, because-
lager that they would send to everywhere basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
like in Ireland, like brewers were taxed by the percentage of the ABV, right? So a lot of your local
They kept
beers
it
are going to
low.
be low, but beers that you're going to export, you can
You're off
make
the chain.
it bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and of
Plus,
course
I
they
think it
hold up
survives-
better too.
it survives
yeah,
the-
because the
the
booze
journey better, too,
involved,
yeah.
right?
Well, they're saying that it originated in Bohemia. Go figure. It's a full-bodied lager for
Yeah.
the more discerning palate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who wants
we
to
like
get
it
drunker
too.
faster?
meaning people from somewhere else.
Yes. Not from around these
Yeah,
parts.
not these
You
hillbillies.
fancy boys.
Wow. Mainly Pilsner malts, though a little bit of mainly Pilsner, though a little bit of Vienna, a little bit of Munich.
Yeah.
Mostly noble German or Czech hops.
And that's what tastes
It's
like
also
going on here.
so it's also called a Dortmunder.
Oh,
so,
Dortmunder lager. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a
Dortmunder
darker
okay,
lager.
yeah.
I used to drink that stuff when I was in the military. Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You knew.
Because my buddy told me it was good. He said, "Here, you want to impress them? Drink this."
You mind if I have some of your tasty beverage to wash this down?
Exactly.
Hey, it beats military special. Come on.
Yeah. So
But but props for doing not the norm.
Yeah,
if you
what
will.
possessed them? But,
know.
but bless them for doing that.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like
A
it.
craft.
They're probably just
Expert
flipping
lager.
through the guidelines.
BJCP
Yeah, and they're like,
guidelines. We haven't done this page yet.
Where's one we haven't found?
Let's
yeah.
ace it.
Yeah.
Here's our export. It's never going to leave the city limits of Asheville.
Yeah.
We're going to export it to South Carolina.
We're going to export it to Black Mountain, North Carolina. That's
There you
that's
go.
like 8 miles up the road.
Oh, that's a beautiful spot too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, might send it as far as Charlotte.
What?
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What are you, crazy?
Treasonous.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, whatever y'all want. I don't care.
Me either. We're silently
We're
signaling
we're
each
going
other
in
here.
the 3E region. So the export lager from Zillicoah, we're rating a 3.
Oh, I thought we were doing this at 4.
Oh, you want a 4?
I really don't know why it would be a 3, but okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm overriding.
4.
It's a 4.
It's a 4.
All right, it's a 4.
I feel like I'm usually a pretty
Is there
critical
something
jerk.
to knock there? I mean, there's nothing about that
Okay.
beer that I
'Cause
found negative.
You can't even really compare it to another beer in the style to say, well, it's not
That's
really
true.
as good as
That's true.
It's
We're
not as
like,
good as this, you know. So,
There really
it's the
isn't
best
many.
export
Yeah.
I've ever had. It's
Yeah.
the only export.
Okay.
but it's pretty
From
dang
Asheville.
good.
Yeah.
But it's dang good.
Yeah.
Dang good.
Juliana hates it, just so everybody knows.
I-
But the rest of us like it.
I didn't hate it.
She did hate it. I
When
can
she
tell.
said she didn't hate it, her left eye was twitching, which
Yeah.
means she's lying.
Yeah,
that's her
means
tell.
That's when
That's
she
her
hates
tell.
something. Yeah.
I can't wait to do the next beer.
Okay. I know. Now we all like a good Helles lager.
Hellas,
You
yes.
know what? You can all go to Hellas.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
If you're lucky.
this one's a little bit more of that special bread with the
Yep.
kiss of more hoppy spiciness. 5.2% ABV.
There you go.
Yes. Now,
Oh.
to me, the true test of a good lagering brewery is their Helles.
This thing is as clear
Beautiful.
as a freaking crystal. If it's a really clear crystal, that is.
Mine's got a bug in it.
Not like.
I put that in there special for you.
Were we talking about cheese crystals or just normal crystals? And no. Double decker?
Oh, double crystal with cheese.
Oh my goodness.
The crystals they sell late at night on Home Shopping Network, that the crazy women say are going to make you feel better.
Bob, there's a bunch of them over in the window over there, so just be careful.
Ouch.
Rub those on your head and you'll see in the future.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you guys are saying. I'm drinking this beer. This is good.
Good.
This is, yes.
So what do you guys like about a Helles? Like, what is it about the style that makes you
To
like
me,
it?
it's the quintessential beer flavored beer. It's got a little maltiness. It's not like your Pils is so clean, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
this is a little bit of maltiness here to kind of give it that.
It's a little more rounded out,
Yeah.
But with
And
a
it's-
nice, dry, clean finish.
but you still get the hop, so
the
you get a
grain.
little bit of
You
everything.
do everything, all the boxes are checked.
And
on
there's
a Helles
generally
to
a
me.
little tiny bit of crystal malt or something in there that
A little
makes
bit.
it just not straight, like a Pilsner should just have Pilsner malt.
Right. Not quite as crisp.
Yeah. This is tasty.
Meats great on the nose, too.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
They've all
yes.
smelled
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
It's like smelling a bakery.
Yeah, it is. That's
You know,
I
I went
gotta-
by a bakery when they're making fresh bread.
Right.
Yeah.
I usually feel like I'm a curmudgeonly jerk on a lot of
We all
things
think
that
so,
we
too.
review,
you
right?
are.
Yeah.
But like I really am having like a fangirl moment with
Well,
this
we'll
brewery.
be back with more in just
your
a minute.
fangirl.
Can't wait to come back.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yep.
Okay, serious moment here. We are
Yeah.
talking about Zillicoah
And
Beer Company.
specifically,
Specifically, we're about to rate the Helles.
the Helles Lager.
The Helles lager.
We're going to rate the Helles out of this Helles lager.
We
sure
are. And we are going to rate this a 5.
Sure.
Might be the strongest beer in the flight so far. The Kellerpils was amazing, but
it's a nice
this might be the one.
counterpoint to the Keller. It really is.
I think the strongest beer is the stout that we're about to enjoy.
oh snaps!
he got you there.
Okay. Yes. So, what is it?
I think it sucks.
So, what is it that we're going to be talking
That
about?
last sip was good.
Okay, the name. We are all going to die Imperial Stout. Well, it's 14.1% ABV.
That's
What?
this
What?
one. That's this one.
Holy cow.
14.1.
Yes, 14.1. Do I
For a
stutter?
brewery that is so delicate and subtle. You know what I mean? They're just like, here you go, kaboom.
I didn't have chest hair before this sip, but now
I'm scared
it's
now.
like, I think
just watched.
it's just
look at you,
I
happened.
just
Like,
watched good old
Finally
boy
happened.
Dave take a sip, and now I'm scared.
He's got 2 or 3 of them. Look at him.
That's right, just
He's like a
popped
big
right
boy
out.
now.
Holy
Is this in the can?
You can go braid those.
Yeah,
You'd like to take this in the can?
label.
Here it
They
is.
made a label for it.
yeah. That's the one they actually labeled because the government probably told them.
Yeah,
you have
there's,
to, you have to warn people about this.
Wow, that is it's got a dead
That's a
the
big old.
skull
It's kind
of a mastodon on it.
It's kind of sweet.
It is definitely sweet.
It's sweet. It's
A 14.1% beer that's sweet. I can't imagine that.
How did they do
True
that?
that. It's a little roasty.
It doesn't smell. It's
You know what?
inviting on the nose.
It's not boozy for
Going in.
14.1% beer. I don't think it's not hot. you know.
So
You made a real cringy. I still haven't sipped it yet.
Well, it's a lot, like, because you
Okay.
drink the Helles and it's like this light, beautiful little beer, and then boom,
The left side of my face just fell off, and I'm trying to figure out how that
Yeah,
happened.
we should have had this last though.
well,
Yeah.
this is a collab with
It's a palate cleanser.
With who?
Bhramari.
Oh, the chocolate.
Right, which is also
Makes
it's a brew
sense.
pub in Asheville.
Did they make chocolate?
Coffee.
I made
Coffee. Sorry.
I made chocolate
The
in the
other
back
C
of my
word.
pants as soon as I tried
All my
this.
favorite words start with C.
Man, just look at the legs on this.
I'll let you guess which ones are my favorite.
Look at the leg. I mean, this is so much.
There's so much
Pretty
sugar.
sticky. It's pretty sticky.
When I was
It's not that I didn't cringe like when it, but yeah, I mean it was a big shock coming from the lagers to this.
When I was pouring
But it
this
is- but
out,
it
I
is
thought it
sweet.
was motor oil.
Yeah, I can't feel my molars anymore, so I think it's working.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Bob, what do you think about this beer?
It reminds me of being a kid and opening up a can of Nestle's Quick.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
When you open up that can and it gives a little poof just before you start scooping
Oh,
into the
yeah.
milk, and you get that smell in your nose, that's
Yeah.
what I smell on this.
Yep.
And then when you taste it and you get the sweet, it's like Nestle's Quick,
It's
just
unnecessarily big.
about 1040 motor oil thickness.
People say
but-
that about me.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's true.
no, I'm not even doing that.
No.
I'm sorry. You know what?
Sorry.
That's what I'm going to
But you know what I mean? Like 14.1. I mean, it doesn't have to be. You certainly don't taste it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
No,
That's
no,
dangerous.
I wonder
Right.
if they just let it go. And it's like, that's where
Yeah.
it ended up.
Yeah, maybe
They're like,
that's
you know,
just
we're
where
going to
it
throw
ended.
all this stuff in here.
But you know what? If this beer were like
Maybe
10%,
maybe they just forgot.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. I
Maybe
would
they came in on Monday and went,
even
oh,
though
crap.
it's a little sweet for my palate. I mean, it's a well executed beer.
it's not, it's not a pastry stout.
I'd give it at least a
No.
4.
No.
You
Yeah.
know,
It's
Yeah.
just a nice.
and I may give it
big
a 4
chocolate
anyway.
stout.
But it's 14.1, man.
The sweet is what I expect from that nose.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm getting that chocolate milky, so I'm kind of
my only
expecting
gripe,
the sweet.
my only
you know.
gripe is the amount of alcohol in it. I
Well,
mean,
but I would say to that, you don't taste that alcohol.
but I'm not a frat boy, so
you know.
Never
so
had
yeah,
that.
you're not gonna have a kegger with.
let's go get hammered. Here's your beer.
We're going
It's a good
streaking.
one. You could do a lot worse.
I will say 5 people split a 16-ounce can of this beer.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're probably like, you know
that's
what, that's
about
about
right.
right.
like
Yeah.
all of
that's
these
about right.
beers, they're sippers. You know,
Yeah.
you're not going to drink a 6-pack, or you shouldn't.
Yeah, I would drink a full.
Challenge
I would drink a
accepted.
full
Yeah.
can of the Helles,
It's on now.
you know, or a full pour.
Yeah.
That I.
Oh, I'd go back for more of the Helles.
yeah, I
but
think
this is a one
the
and
stout.
Done. Yeah.
You would want the small.
I got to
pour.
drive home. You know. It's
Yeah,
like
you know how
crazy.
like sometimes you go to a tap room and they give you a small pour of the big beers. And you're like, dang it, am I getting my money's worth?
So who are the people collaborating? It's a coffee place.
It is Bhramari.
For some reason I thought it was a chocolate place. I guess because it
Maybe
tastes
they have
very
chocolate, too.
chocolatey.
It is. Yeah.
You know, the can
More
reminds
chocolate
me of
forward than
another
coffee, but I
brewery
get it.
in Asheville,
does.
doesn't it?
Like
yeah.
burial.
It's got it's got that vibe to it.
We can talk about it.
I guess
It's
we
okay.
can.
But here's the thing that really appeals to me about this beer. Yes, it's
I was all like, shh.
Don't say burial.
Sorry, Julie. What
It's
were you
okay.
saying? You were
It's okay.
saying?
the thing that really intrigues me about this is
Mm-hmm.
okay, what we've had up to this point has been very light,
Yes.
very crisp,
Yes.
and lagers, right?
Yes.
But this, for as big as it is, it's still smooth as silk.
It
it's
is.
very
It is.
well
It is.
executed.
It is.
Yeah.
And okay, is it kind of balls out extra?
It is.
Sure, but not in a pastry stout kind of way.
Right.
Just in a big,
And not in a boozy way.
Right.
That you
No.
feel like you need to age out or
just
something.
in an
you know?
onslaught of
This
chocolate.
thing's ready to drink right now. You know.
Right, exactly. Oh my God, could you imagine this like over ice cream
Yeah,
or something?
yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
What-
I don't know. You're
I'm just
playing with.
playing around
You're
with
playing
stuff.
with.
Leave me
He's
alone.
playing with buttons.
What'd we rate this beer?
We're gonna rate this.
Oh, we done?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I got
okay,
all
yeah.
I got
I'm
all
sorry.
bold there.
Okay.
You guys were all talking about that.
You were making noises
Well,
over
you
there.
were
I
in the
thought we
dri-
were supposed
Hey,
to move
look,
along there.
You took a.
Don't make me
you took a
separate you two.
leadership
I got
role.
scared.
I appreciate.
I got it was out
That's
of
true.
fear.
They played the music and we had to leave the stage.
Boys,
It was
I
boys,
know, right?
I will turn this damn car around. Don't push me.
Here comes the hook.
Well, we are all going to die, but we're rating this a 4.
Yep.
Nice.
Now
I can't
for
drink it all,
something completely different.
Yep.
Who put these in this order? We're going to talk about the Witbiere.
Yep.
4.2% barrel-aged wheat ale.
Okay.
With coriander,
All right, there
orange
we go.
peel, and chamomile. Not your average.
Okay, I'm not imagining the coriander.
No.
Okay.
Okay, that makes, when you said barrel aged, when I first tried this, I thought I had been served the wrong thing, and I was like, this doesn't taste like a normal Witbiere. Now I understand.
That's because it's not.
It is not. Not your mama's Witbiere.
Man, this is what I needed to get that candy out of my mouth. Say it! Say it! I did. I'm going to go ahead and say I love wits. I love saisons. I love wits. I love lagers.
He does.
I love all these
He's that
things.
guy.
But wits are, when you get one right, coriander's so easy to get wrong. You know, you put too much.
I don't
That
always
turns
like
people off.
wit beers, but this is
Yeah.
a wit beer I can get behind.
Yeah.
And the chamomile is a nice touch. I mean, that's really like,
It is.
soft and
Softens,
delicate.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then
My
the
obsession with tea hybrid beers.
It feels like
It's-
we've
they
been
touch on
having a
here.
lot more beers with chamomile in them
Yep.
lately.
Yep. It brings that nice floral
Yeah.
Yeah, just
and a
sort of,
nice
yeah.
earthy
And it calms you
that
down.
taste that you can only describe as tea-like to
Yeah.
the flavor.
It's sleepy time.
I can taste some tea in there, but this is lovely.
It really is, and just such a nice take on it. I'd love to know what type of barrel they aged it in, like what that looked like.
It tastes pretty
balsa
neutral.
I think it was probably
Balsa,
wooden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. MDF,
But there's
What?
a little wood there for sure.
Strand OSB, actually. Okay. But they're not using them anymore because it's plenty
One of those,
expensive right now. So
it's
yeah.
true.
One of those blue 50-gallon plastic barrels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's what they aged Malort in, actually.
Oh yeah, that's true. What do you guys
Hey,
want to do?
don't talk about Malort. We're going to have words.
We need more.
The
of
pride
that
of Chicago.
in our life. Yes.
I know. It came in a large bottle.
All right, yeah. Let's
What do you think? I think it, yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna rate the Witbiere.
Sorry, there was a minor
4.
breakdown. And
Are you okay, Julie?
Yeah.
Is there
It's
something
almost-
more important that you're taking care of there?
It's almost like we were in the middle of a
okay.
tasting and then just got wasted on a 14.1% stout and then tried to carry on as business
Shut
as
down.
usual.
Right.
just shut down the
like
whole
that
show.
never happened.
What could possibly have happened?
No, I was just looking to see.
What are we doing again?
No, I was just looking to see if they actually said what kind of barrel it was.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my real question is, will this devolve into frontier gibberish before the end of the show?
Authentic
I feel like
frontier
authentic.
gibberish?
I think we're going to just finish up in time.
I think it's
Yeah.
a
But I
think
will say
so.
this, like their lack of information I think breweries in Asheville get bombarded with tourists like us. And there's an effort, and I can understand it from people that live there that want to keep things a little bit more to themselves.
Yeah.
Although a 4-acre brewery on the river probably ain't going to be
Probably it's kind of a tourist destination.
it. Probably ain't going to be it.
So we're going back
But-
to.
But that's I think they're purposely a little cryptic sometimes in Asheville these
What
days.
I'm finding on the internet is it's a Lego barrel. So
Oh,
There you go.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
You get those things tightly packed. They'll
it's mostly the red
will.
ones, but some white ones, and the guys who make them have really sore feet from stepping on them.
Can I just touch
Ow,
someone's
ow, ow.
foot? Speaking
Yeah.
of,
So
Dave looked at
Later.
me funny when I said
Wow.
that.
Okay,
Okay,
let's move on.
let's.
we're going to North Germany.
We are, and we're doing the North
North, I
German
ain't going north.
Pilsner. Okay.
Well, it's better going to East. You know.
A little bit more ABV. This is
Sure.
5.4%. Soft, pillowy Pilsner
Pillowy?
malt base.
Really is.
Meets a beautiful bouquet of Hersbrucker and Perle.
Is there more of this?
Fermented, extra cold, lagered extensively.
So this beer took a long time to make, probably, and it's again
Super clear.
like a clear day. Not super impressive on the nose. But
Everybody's quiet.
yeah, not
You know,
super-
but it's not. I don't know that these are necessarily going to be. Right?
okay. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
plus, you might want to re-pour a little bit.
yeah. It's been sitting-
Pilsners aren't generally, room temperature beers.
I'm trying to give it a little schwitz here too.
a little schwitz.
Here, we're going to, on the cuff, we're going to.
Yeah.
We're going to refresh a
top
little.
off.
Yeah, we're going to.
I was kind of hoping you would drink from the crowler, but okay,
Oh,
you can
dude.
do that too.
I would love to see Caperton shotgun a crowler.
Challenge accepted. Oh, Caperton.
Or Sparky.
I'm such.
You know what? Actually,
I'm
let's
such a
see you
terrible
guys do it
chugger.
in a competition.
I can't.
Sparky, we know.
I'm a lightweight. He's got his.
He's always at
shotgun
the ready.
device.
You know what's funny is Sparky's like those little skinny guys that win all the fast food or the hot dog competitions.
Yeah, he's the one that can eat the most.
And as a certain set of skills. 6'3" guy, people assume that I can just chug a lug, and it's going to come right out my nose every time.
See now
I know.
that little top off
Disappointing.
Is what helped.
changed it back.
Oh.
Really?
To what it,
yeah.
to what it should be.
I think that really kind of
I
helped.
think you're right.
Yeah. Well, I think you'll find that's correct most of the
I know.
time.
I sounded shocked there, didn't I? I sounded amazing.
Try and
I think-
hide it next time.
I think Dave actually knew what he was talking about for once. Jerk.
And can you believe that this
North
style has been
German.
around since the 1840s?
North German.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe the North German is splitting hairs.
What
It's splitting
style?
hairs a little bit, but it's a German Pilsner.
Oh, German. The German.
Yeah.
Well, but you got to think though, in the 1840s or whatever, distribution was even less what it is now. So styles were way more defined by,
Regional,
climate,
yeah.
regional.
Yeah, they couldn't travel. I mean, it's like you went by ox cart.
Yeast was different. Climate could be different.
The water quality and mineral.
the water.
Yeah.
They couldn't treat water. The hop varietals that will grow in one latitude versus another. So I mean it. Versus even what you could even get.
Right.
So the styles were way more regionalized than they are now.
Yeah. And this is, I like,
I one thing about a lot of these beers is I'm not sure what the food scene is at Zillicoah, but man, I would like to just
Taco truck.
we have a taco truck.
okay.
Mexican Central.
That's a good start. But I could
It
also
is.
crush some sausages.
I wish there were.
Sure.
So my favorite, I think to me, I'm not going to get through this episode without mentioning Cursus Cheme, which I think is the perfect bookend to the Zillicoah experience. If any of our listeners are there, it's I'm going to say one of the top 2 or 3 beer experiences I've ever had.
Nice.
Was at Cursus Cheme, and they have more sausagey.
I'm thinking about like
sausagey type food.
Zillicoah.
Is it like a sausage
Oktoberfest.
party?
Oh my
It's a
God.
sausage
I'm
party
getting a little
deluxe.
uncomfortable with all them talking about sausage. I'm also very uncomfortable with
We gotta
stroking
move
my
along.
leg.
We
Yeah.
gotta
So,
move
all
along,
right, what
guys.
are we rating this one?
We're going to rate
Whatever
this a
you
4.
guys say.
Okay.
4.
All right, we have to go fast
Okay.
on the
Bohemian Pills is
yes,
next.
the Bohemian Pills is
us.
4.9%.
Yep.
It's wonderfully soft malted. This is Czech Saaz, open fermented. So this is Bohemian or Czech Pills versus German Pills, right?
Yeah.
Check yourself.
A little bit
Before you
more
wreck
crisp,
yourself.
a little bit more dry.
Yep.
One wants to take over the world, one doesn't.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Exactly.
This is nice.
This is a solid beer, man.
Yeah,
I think this
yeah.
might be.
I hate to rush through this one.
Because
you
it's so
got-
beautiful.
Listeners
I know.
are just going to have
I
to
know.
go try this beer.
This is.
You're going to have to
really
give yourself some
nice.
time if you go
Oh.
to Zillicoah.
I may have said the F-bomb there.
That's all right.
No, you're good. You're good. We are going to rate the Bohemian Pills a 5.
Yes. Sorry.
And we're still going to enjoy this
Yes.
as we wrap it up.
Yes, we are.
This was an amazing episode
Yes, it was.
for mostly lagers. I mean, this was a really great gamut on the palette of different flavors. You really need to go to Zillicoah, go to Asheville,
yeah.
and try the myriad of breweries
Drinking these
that are
beers
there.
is hands down
Exactly.
just amazing.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're listening to us online, please do yourself a favor and tap that subscribe button.
Tappy, tap, tap, taparoo.
There's nothing crazy about that. The easiest way to listen to our show is to ask Siri, Alexa, Google, or Uncle Larry, your favorite crazy uncle. Play podcast, Sip Suds and Smokes.
We love your feedback, and you can reach us online at info@sipsudsandsmokes.com.
Our daily tasting notes flow out on Twitter every day at Sip Suds Smokes, and our Facebook page is always buzzing, as is my brain, with lots of news. You'll always be able to interact with the thousands of other fans on those social media platforms.
Do us a favor and drink delicious beer like this, and also take the time to rate the episode if you're listening to us online. That's a big help to us, and we get to see your feedback as well.
Go to Boy Caperton.
Yes.
It's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
What's your TikTok handle going to be?
My Tim Talk is at Grim AF. And
yes,
I'm going to be doing some brewing stuff there soon. So you guys can all go over there
and sexy dances.
You can troll me there at Grim AF.
Will do. Go to Boy Sparky. Thanks for being here.
It's great, man. I hope you guys get to see my kudzu garden sometime soon.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Made Man Bob, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Go to Boy Dave.
Bye.
This is Good Gal Juliana. Keep on chugging and catch you next time.
This has been a One Tan Hand production of Sip Suds and Smokes, a program devoted to the appreciation of some of the finer slices of life. From the Dude in the Basement Studios, your hosts, the Good Old Boys, will see you all next time.